Hi everyone, thanks for choosing FAL Consulting for your educational needs. This lesson will serve as an introduction to TradingView and how to best take advantage of its many capabilities. Here's an overview of what the lesson will entail. We'll first start off with a basic introduction to TradingView and general charting programs. So whether or not you're using TradingView or any other trading applications or charting programs, the features will be similar. We'll also talk about chart settings and how to customize these charts to your preferences. Talk about how to set alerts and how to best take advantage of the TradingView alert system. How to use the TradingView screener to sort through stocks and crypto to choose assets that are meeting your criteria. And also how to use the paper trading app within TradingView. So what is TradingView? TradingView is a browser-based platform used for charting and analyzing financial assets. You can use it to check the state of major world stock indexes such as the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ Composite. You can also look up specific stocks and equities. You can also look up cryptocurrency markets, which we'll mainly be focusing on. You can also look up currencies traded on the foreign exchange market or Forex, futures markets, and other derivatives, and also bond markets and their yields. Now, what's great about TradingView is that it allows you to create your own personalized charts, customize technical indicators, and review financial assets in your own desired way. So here is the main page of TradingView. If you go to tradingview.com, this should be the first thing that pops up, and here's their main page. As you'll see in the top section, you'll see various menus. You'll see a search bar as shown here. This is where you can look up specific assets. There's also a chart option, various markets, and you can look up different brokers, various news for particularly stocks, large cap, top gainers, and different analytics. Particularly for cryptocurrency, you'll see various prices, measurements of the crypto market capitalization, the total measurement of the money invested in crypto. You'll also see essentially the top main coins such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Terra, and more. Top gains, top losers, and more. There's also a screener section. We'll talk more about screeners. The news section as well, where there is a built-in news directory where you can get updates to the crypto market as well. There's a community section where people are allowed to post ideas and analyses, and you can have discussions based on what's going on in the market and much more. We'll jump into all of these different features in just a little bit. So taking a look at the main menu, we'll see a market summary and just different indexes, also editor's picks as well, different brokers that are available on TradingView as well that you can essentially link to your brokerage, and also more stock information. Now, at the top of your screen, you'll see this search bar, and what we can do is we can start to search for specific assets, whether that's crypto, stocks, indexes, and more. For our purposes, we're going to focus on crypto. So let's see if we want to search up Bitcoin. Now we can type in Bitcoin and we'll see a variety of options. As you can see here, with these different filters, we're able to filter throughout what kind of asset we're looking at. So right now it's set on all, so we'll see everything, whether that's the Bitcoin ETF that's on the New York Stock Exchange, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. We'll also see Bitcoin to the US dollar on Bitstamp. So there's a variety of different options that we see here just from typing in Bitcoin. What we can do is we can click crypto to filter all of the non-specific crypto. We want to actually look at Bitcoin itself for our purposes. If you're interested in looking at the Bitcoin ETF, that's a different story. And then you could type in stock or all. For our purpose, we're going to focus on just on the actual Bitcoin itself and the trading of actual Bitcoin. Now, I could type in Bitcoin and I'll see a variety of options, but traders typically will type in the ticker of the asset that they're looking for or that they're wanting to research. So instead of typing in Bitcoin, I can type in BTC, which is the ticker for Bitcoin. And now I'll see a much more specified and much more specific listing of different exchanges and different options for viewing Bitcoin. And here we see Bitcoin perpetual futures contract. That we'll talk more about futures in a future lesson within our trading package. We also see Bitcoin to the USD, measured in USD on Coinbase. Let's go right back to that. We also see it as well on Bitpanda Pro, Phemex, Deribit, Coinbase. The difference between this Coinbase and this Coinbase is that one is measured in the US dollar, while the other one is measured in the euro. So that depends on what region you're based in, if you're in the US or if you're in Europe or elsewhere in the world, and also what currency you're planning on trading that Bitcoin with, planning on trading that cryptocurrency with. You want to watch that specific chart. And we'll talk about the differences between different charts and different measurements of Bitcoin in a future lesson. So for our purposes, we will select Bitcoin to USD and take a look at it on Coinbase. Now, when you hover over this option, you'll see two different options. One is launch chart, which will launch the main chart, and we can also see overview. So first, for our purposes, we're going to take a look at the see overview page. Now here we see our asset overview page. This is a great page to just get a general view of what the asset is doing before diving into the full-fledged chart. This is great for beginners. Here is an overview of Bitcoin to the US dollar, the crypto chart on the Coinbase exchange. Particularly, we see this is a line chart and we see it just within a year range. But if we want to take a look at it all time, we can do that as well. This is the all time chart on Coinbase for Bitcoin. Scrolling down, we'll also see various ideas specifically for Bitcoin. If we want to sort through videos, we can do that as well. Maybe just only look at the newest options, or maybe what's popular. What are people really upvoting? This particular post has 118 upvotes. Take a look on the right side. Here are some basic technical analysis that is offered by TradingView. These might not always be the most accurate based on whether it's a strong sell or a strong buy. Sometimes it might just be the exact opposite, and we'll talk more about that in our indicator section.